Welcome back to VN Storytime! I put my mic in my stand instead of having it right next to my face. We'll see how that turns out. Probably not well. Here we go! The wind blows. The field of grass sways in unison. Sensei was already gone. Goodbye, Sensei. After saying that, I really felt that I would not see her again. All that remained were her many words in those mysterious glasses. It was only 7 days, but she taught me things more valuable than anything else. As I stand there by myself, I feel tears well up in my eyes. Man, I was such a fool. I could only say goodbye. I couldn't even say a single word of thanks to her. I left the hospital soon after that. Afterwards, I didn't return to the Tono household, but was taken to live with my relatives instead. But it's all right. Tono Shiki will be just fine, even by himself. I'll spend a new life with my new family. And like that, Tono Shiki's 9th summer ended. The new autumn arrived, and I think I became more of an adult. Adult. 1. Inversion impulse. Autumn. The last traces of summer are disappearing today, a Thursday, halfway through October. This is the day when I, Tono Shiki, return home. It's been 8 years since I left.
Shiki, hurry up! You're going to be late for school.
I hear Keiko's voice floating in from the kitchen. Okay, I'm leaving, I call back. I place my hands together in the room that was mine at the Arimas up until now. I'm going. Thanks for letting me live with you these last 8 years. Clap, clap. I fold my hands together in prayer. Then, grabbing my only bag, I leave the room that had become so familiar. I walk through the entrance to the Arima's house, then turn to face it.
Shiki!
Keiko-san, who had come to the door to see me off, calls my name somberly.
See you later.
Oh, fuck. See you later. Take care, Mom. What a strange thing to say. I won't be coming back. Never again will I pass through this door as a member of the Arima family. Thanks for looking after me. Please give my regards to Father, too. Keiko-san simply nods. 8 years. The eyes of the person who had been my mother look so sad. I don't think I've ever seen her like that before.
I'm sure it'll be hard for you at the Tono's house. Please watch yourself. Your body is weak. You mustn't overdo it.
I'll be okay. After 8 years, I'm just as healthy as anyone else. I'm a lot tougher than I look.
I suppose you're right. But the Tonos are different from everyone else. I'm worried they'll be too much for you.
I know what Keiko-san means. My home from today forth will be a mansion, an uncommon sight in this day and age. Not only is the house amazing, but the family itself is highly respected. It's said they hold significant investments in many corporations. To top things off, it's my true home. The Arimas have only been looking after me. But it's already decided. Yeah, it's something that's decided already. By the way, they will repeat their shit a lot. I apologize, but it'll happen. Alright, I'll be heading off then. Thanks for taking care of me. I repeat those words one last time and turn my back on the household I had grown so accustomed to over the past 8 years. I leave the Arimas and start walking to school with a heavy heart. 8 years ago, I recovered from a serious injury that normally would have meant death. You probably know, it was the fucking prologue. Then I was entrusted to the Arimas, a family branching off from the Tono family. I lived with my real parents at the Tono mansion up until I was 9. Then I lived with the Arimas for 8 years, until now, my 2nd year of high school. I lived a normal life as an adopted son. From the time I met Sensei, the special circumstances Sensei told me about as she parted never happened, and the glasses hid the lines from me as long as I wore them. The life of Tono Shiki was a peaceful one. It meandered along gently until a few days ago. The day when the head of the Tono family sent word to me. Return to the Tono mansion. The very family that, until now, had shunned me. I sigh again. To be perfectly honest, even before the accident I had never gotten along with the Tono household. Maybe as a kid I never liked the formality demanded by the family. Perhaps that's why I said nothing when the old man told me I was going to live with the Arimas. I think it turned out well. I got along with my adopted parents, Keiko-san and Fumio-san. It was as if they were my real parents. I lived a normal life in the loving family of the Arimas, like a real son, just like I had always wished. I don't regret living there, except for one thing. My little sister, 1 year younger than me, remained behind with the Tonos. Akiya, I bet she hates me now. It would only be natural. She had to live in that mansion all by herself, under the constant supervision of that hard-headed old man. I could easily imagine what Akiya thought of me, the one who escaped. I let out another sigh. I can't help it. What's going to happen will happen. Today, after school, I'll return to my true home. Lord knows what will occur. But for now, I've got more pressing problems. My watch shows 7:45. Homeroom starts at 8 o'clock sharp, and anyone who isn't in class by 8 is marked late. Clutching my bag, I start sprinting towards school. Push it to the limit. I managed to make it to school in less than 10 minutes. I enter from the back gate, accomplishing a feat that would bring the track scots running if they knew. Come to think of it, today's also the last day I'll come in through the back gate. The Arima and Tono houses are on opposite sides of the school, with the Arimas being behind while the Tonos is in front. Obviously, I'll be coming through the front gate in the future. And I quite like the lonely atmosphere back here too. For some reason, the back gate at our school isn't really popular. Only 10 people or so, myself included, actually use it. It's quiet and pretty devoid of people day or night. Clang! Clink, clink, clang! Like I said, pretty quiet. The sound of a hammer mixed with distant bird singing reaches my ears. Birds fucking love hammers. Pro tip. You want to catch a bird? Get a hammer. Start banging shit. Hammering, huh? Clang! Clink! Clong! A half-rhythmical ringing comes from one corner of the courtyard. Yeah, I don't know what those lines show up or what they're supposed to mean. What is that? Homeroom begins in less than 10 minutes. I don't have time to stop and find out, but I am pretty curious. Right now, so here's the deal. When you beat the different routes, you're supposed to play them in a certain order, and like more options become available. You can, go into homeroom, or you can line. I'm curious, take a look. And obviously, I've beaten this before because I love this game, and I'm gonna try and pick the ones in order. I'm gonna try my best, but I may die and/or have to restart. So we'll make it number 20. I'll remember that way. And we're just gonna ignore it. I arrive in class earlier than usual. Phew. I walk to my desk next to the window.
Good morning, Tono-kun.
An unfamiliar voice greets me. Huh? I turn around, confused.
Tono-kun, the teacher was looking for you. He said he wanted to talk to you about your house.
My home? Must be about me moving. I should have finished the formalities yesterday. Perhaps there's something I forgot to do. Silence. The girl doesn't move, but stands there looking at me. Good morning, Yumizuka.
Yeah. Good morning, Tono-kun. Looks like you remember my name.
Sighing with relief, Yumizuka Setsuki gives a faint smile. I can remember the names of my own classmates, It's just that I haven't spoken to you much.
Yeah. I was a little nervous about talking to you.
Yumizuka smiles again. She seems happy about something. Yumizuka continues to stare at me, as if she wants to say something else. To be honest, I don't know her that well. Although we're in the same class, I can count the times we've spoken. But Yumizuka Satsuki is the center of attention. She's often the topic of conversation among the boys, and there aren't any bad rumors about her among the girls. In short, she's your typical class idol. Naturally, she's always surrounded by a crowd. She's the complete opposite of a loner like me. Edgy. While I might be able to remember the name Yumizuka Satsuki, there's no reason for her to remember the name Tono Shuiki. It seems like some bothersome coincidences are at work today.
Tono-kun, can I ask you a question?
If I can answer, you can ask as many as if you want.
Sorry if it's something personal, but you said you were moving? Are you going to move somewhere far away?
Her voice trails off, as if it's hard for her to ask. She clasps her hand to stop fidgeting.
I know it's sudden, but will you be transferring somewhere?
Oh, no. I'm changing my residence, but not my school. My new house is still in the town anyway, so it's no big deal.
Oh, that's good.
Yumizuka sighs with relief. Question mark? How odd. Why would something like me moving cause that kind of reaction? God, you are dense.
But are you going to leave the Arimas?
Yeah, I enjoyed living with them, but I can't leech off them forever. Huh? How does Yumizuka know that? No one at the school should know I was living with the Arimas except for a certain guy. What's up, Tono? A carefree, loud voice rings out from the classroom doorway. As if on cue, the guy who's been my friend since middle school appears. Hey, if it isn't Yumizuka! It's not often I see you talking to Tono.
Morning, Inui-kun.
Yumizuka looks away with an unenthusiastic reply. I guess she isn't the type who'd respond well to a guy like him. Tono's picking up chicks? What the hell is going on? I thought you weren't interested in him. Arihiko exclaims his joke loudly. You moron, stop spreading lies. I'm a normal guy. Of course I'm interested in girls. Is that right? Good for you, man. Still, these days girls find it more amusing if you have a weird sex drive instead. But they'll only find it amusing and won't go any farther. His bottomless cheerful laughter echoes through the morning classroom. And we'll stop here for this episode. Thank you for joining me once again for VN Story Time. I love you. I'm sorry, that just kind of came out. Yeah. Come back for episode 4 of Spookyhime.